The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray, based on a novel by Walter Mosley, who also wrote Devil in a Blue Dress, which also had a pretty dope-ass film adaptation as well. That's actually one of my favorite films. But The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray follows a 91-year-old man who's slipping deeper and deeper every day into dementia. But once he's offered the opportunity to briefly regain his memory, he uses this opportunity to try to solve his nephew's murder and make peace with his past, and a lot of other things too, but that's just the baseline. I can easily see Samuel L. Jackson winning an Emmy or at least some sort of nomination for this series. I mean, this is probably the best performance I've seen from him since like The Hateful Eight or maybe like Django or something. Now, of course, we all pretty much expect great acting from Sam Jackson at this point for the most part, but I gotta say his performance here just really impressed me. Like he really impressed me with this one. Also Dominique Fishback's performance as well. She was really good. This is probably easily the best performance of her career. So Sam said he worked about 12 years on trying to get this project made, and he fought to make sure that the series didn't become a feature-length film because he felt like that wouldn't have been long enough to tell this story. And after watching the series, I gotta say I completely understand where he was coming from when he said that, and I definitely agree. This isn't really the type of story that you can just squeeze into an hour-and-a-half long film. I mean, it would have been a really long movie, or they could have just made a limited series, and they definitely took the best route. And this is really mainly because there's a lot of nuances that they needed to emphasize on. So the character Ptolemy is just suffering very heavily throughout this series, mainly because he just feels a lot of guilt and confusion based off, you know, these scattered, distorted memories. And the confusion from this situation just really terrifies him to the point where he doesn't even want to leave his home. And you know, I kept thinking while watching this how much it must suck, like just suck ass, the fact that you're having nightmares about moments and events in your life that you can't even remember. And I know a lot of people go through this who have dementia or Alzheimer's. You know, I know this is a real thing, but it really sucks to see it. And because these people go through this, it means that they can't reconcile or they can't put these internal issues to rest because they literally do not know where to start. Like, it doesn't make any sense to them. And it just really seems like hell, honestly, to see this. And this series really displays that very well through Sam's performance. And on top of that, his family really doesn't give a shit about him except for his nephew Reggie. And besides that, this guy is just left to die alone and drown in his own filth while his family waits to inherit his belongings. And it's quite sad, honestly, but once he regains his memory through a new experimental drug, the series gets very interesting because we begin to find out that this character, Ptolemy, lived a very extraordinary life. And watching this character take back control of his life just for a short period of time was very inspirational. You know, I don't know how close scientists are in the real world to making a drug like this, but once someone does, somebody's gonna be making a shit ton of money. Yeah. But anyway, I'm giving The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray a 9 out of 10. You know, I don't have any close family who has suffered from dementia or Alzheimer's, and of course, I hope I never do. But watching this series shed light on this topic from this cultural perspective really made me feel like this is one of my family members or something. I mean, I really cared and I was really invested in this character. This is definitely a great series and you should definitely check it out. But like I said at the beginning of this review, I would really love to see Sam Jackson win an Emmy for his performance here because he did a damn good job. But the first 2 episodes are available right now on Apple TV, so there you have it. And if you enjoyed the content, you know what to do. Thank you for watching.